of how much of an impact mindset has on our ability to stay consistent, accountable for ourselves, and motivated, which ultimately affect our ability to make the lifestyle changes we say we're going to make, keep up with it, and eventually see the results we want to see.
Welcome back to the Holistic Hormones Podcast with me, Dr. Ami Patel, pharmacist and hormone consultant. I've transformed my pain, struggle, and journey with managing my PCOS into my passion to support women to gain freedom from their hormone imbalance symptoms. On this podcast, I share practical tips that have worked for me and my clients, as well as conversations from experts in their field.
As you can already probably tell, this episode is going to be a little bit different and with my setup. And I just felt really inspired in the moment to do this episode. I just finished a coaching call with a client, and one of the things, as you could probably tell from the title, that she struggled with is really believing in herself and that she's able to make the changes and achieve her health goals. And I thought that, I'm sure that a lot of people are struggling with this too, and I thought this episode would be helpful for you. In the coaching call, she was telling me that the good thing that we talked about is that she had overcome binging and she's not having uncontrollable sugar cravings anymore, and she's able to resist and giving in and have self-control if she does choose to have sweets. And with that, we were talking about maybe some of the other challenges that she was facing, which was things like being consistent. And then she told me that she feels like nothing's really helping or working, and she's confused why she's not seeing results. And further into our conversation, based on some of the things she was telling me and the challenges that she was facing with being consistent, I asked her, I was like, okay, do you feel like you're waiting for the perfect conditions to make these changes and be consistent? And do you actually believe that you can achieve your health goals? And she thought about it for a second, and she admitted that those things were actually true, and she never really connected the dots or realized that. So as her consultant, coach, and guide with her health journey, with her one-to-one coaching, as her coach, I hold up the mirror to her to show her that, hey, these are the things that are actually happening that are maybe under the surface here, that are contributing to your actions. And also as her coach, I support her and guide her through the obstacles so she's not faced with this problem by herself. And so the tips that I'm going to share with you guys is some of the things we talked about is number one, limiting beliefs. So she's having these limiting beliefs and they're negative that's what limits are, right? Limiting beliefs, but usually they're negative beliefs that stop you from achieving something. So her beliefs were that nothing's really working and she's not seeing results right away. And we talked about how basically the things we think about come into affect our actions. Our thoughts impact our feelings, which impact our actions, which impact our reality. And so, if she believes that nothing is working, then that's what her reality is going to be, that she's not going to see results. So the second thing is taking what those limiting beliefs are and addressing them and changing them into positive affirmations and reminders. And so the first part of that, step 2, is we rewrote some of those beliefs, and she herself came up with lots of reminders and affirmations that can be helpful to her. Things like, I am healthy, I am able to accomplish my health goals, I am energized, I feel good in my body. And all of those affirmations, which is tip 3 here, is either putting them on sticky notes in places where you see them throughout your day, updating them onto an app called YAP, Y-A-P-P, where you can give the app will send you notifications throughout your day of these things. The other thing is you can audio record yourself and listen to this on a regular basis so that you are changing those negative thought patterns that you have. And then the fourth tip and exercise I had her do is list out and tell me some of the accomplishments that she's had in her life that she didn't believe that she could actually achieve. And for starters, one of them was actually overcoming those sugar cravings and binging. She didn't think that she would ever be able to stop that. So that in itself was a great accomplishment for her health. She told me other personal, career, and educational accomplishments that she initially had doubts about. And so all of that built up her own self-confidence. It made her believe in herself that yes, I can achieve the things that I set my mind to and work towards. And the fifth tip here takes a combination of the things I talked about. Another challenge she faced is that sometimes these limiting beliefs are things that come from other people. It could be things that we tell ourselves because other people have told us, like, oh, you can't achieve this, or you are, unfortunately, people may say mean things to us about us, and we start to believe it. So it's recognizing whether those thoughts are yours or not and replacing those thoughts with your own words from the other examples that I gave of making positive affirmations and reminding yourself of them through your sticky notes, the application, or the audio recording. And I wanted to share an example from my personal life as well, where mindset had played a role in the reality that was created for me, just to give you another example of how powerful our mindset is. So I was meeting with my personal trainer after not working out with her for about a week or so. And during that time, I was supposed to work out myself, but unfortunately I didn't. Life happened. And so when I went to meet her, in my mind, I had already decided that, oh my God, like today's going to be so hard. And I I don't know how I'm going to get through it. And that's exactly how the workout went. It was super hard. It felt like the time was dragging. I just kept looking at the clock like, oh my God, is the session over yet? Like it was just rough. But then a couple days later, like I had slept well, I was feeling energized, I was feeling good, and I was super pumped to work out. And the workout actually flew by. I enjoyed it. I was able to do everything. And then afterwards, like when the session ended, I was like, oh my God, it's already over. And so then I just reflected on the two workouts that week, and it got me thinking that, hey, like the earlier in the week, I told myself that, yeah, the workout's going to be hard. And that's exactly how it was. Whereas the second day, I was like super pumped and excited to go work out. I had a good attitude about it. I knew that, like, I felt like oh, I can do it attitude. And that's exactly how the workout went. So these are just examples from my life and my client's life of how much of an impact mindset has on our ability to stay consistent, accountable for ourselves, and motivated, which ultimately affect our ability to make the lifestyle changes we say we're going to make, keep up with it, and eventually see the results we want to see. Many other healthcare providers or coaches or people for your health will tell you that all you have to do is focus on calories out more than calories in, and just work out super hard and work out more. But at the end of the day, and this is what I value really, as you can tell in my name, holistic, is a holistic approach to your health, which means that we focus on things not just with nutrition and exercise, but also stress, also sleep and mindset, because mindset plays such an important role, as I demonstrated in today's episode. And with that being said, like as your coach, guide, consultant, I'm here to point out these blind spots to you, hold up the mirror and show you like, hey, like you may think that these things are going well, or you may be wondering like, oh, like my diet and exercise is great, but why am I not seeing the results? So I'm here to help you figure out what the gap is in reaching your health goals, but I'm also here to support you in meeting the health goals. And if you love this approach, if you feel aligned with this, that yes, I do want to have a holistic approach, I want to make the lifestyle changes to give me the long lasting results, because you're addressing the root cause, which is your hormones. So once you address that, you get relief from your symptoms long term. So if you are interested in this, then I have my group coaching program called Heal, which today is the day that I'm taking the final applicants for it, enrollments for it. And we're going to start our first lesson next week, April 24th. So please join and you'll get onboarded. It's a 6-month group coaching program. In there, I'll be going through 12 live lessons on various topics around the things I talked about: sleep, stress, diet, exercise, mindset. We also talk about self-care, self-love in there, people-pleasing, boundary setting, because all that is really important in prioritizing yourself and your health. We also talk about supplements, medication. So it's a very comprehensive program. All the live sessions will be followed up with live Q&As. You get monthly coaching where you're able to come with the challenges you're facing, and I help you get through them so you start seeing results. You also have an implementation week to make sure you have the time to implement everything you learn. Also, throughout the whole program, you're going to be part of a group chat where we can learn from each other, and I'm there to support you, so you don't have to wait for the sessions as well. So you get lots of support for 6 months to help you become aligned with your hormones, your body, become empowered and liberated from the unwanted hormone imbalance symptoms, to all through a holistic approach. This 6 months can be transformational for you, for your health, as well as the other areas of your life, because once you take control of your health, you can become the best version of yourself and become the best mom, daughter, partner, that you want to be. You can achieve all the success that you want in your career, in your education, improve all your relationships. So just click the link in the description box below to join. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me on Instagram in my DMs at holistic.hormones.pharmacist, or you can email me at contact@pcosholisticcoach.com. And until next time, be kind to yourself, be patient, and focus on progress, not perfection. I'll see you in the next episode.